I think everybody is positioning themselves. This is a YouTube live, YouTube exclusive. Let me pin that. What up, Naima? What up, what up? Listen, if you're joining me now, this is a YouTube exclusive conversation that we're going to have tonight. Little bit behind schedule. And for those of you who are tuned in, you know why. What up, Lolo? What's up, Naima? What up, Aries? Aries, we're going live on YouTube.com. ICGreen1, ICGREEN1. What up, Marianne? What up, Netta? Miss Carly, what's up? Nuru, we're live on YouTube. That's where we'll be at tonight. The conversation is solely on YouTube, so I will be logging off of Instagram and TikTok shortly. What up, Natural? I see you, Vicky. What's up? Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up when you get there. Hit the thumbs up. What up, Stacy? We're over here for a brief second. Y'all know what it is. For those of you who have not figured it out yet, the conversation for tonight is you guys voted on why lie. Why lie? I thought that one was going to win last week, but it didn't. What up, Stephanie Hampton? How you? What up, Tammy? I see you. Holly, I see you. Yeah. When you join on YouTube, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up or the like button. It should be next to the heart symbol or something like that. Make sure y'all do that. It's like checking in over there. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Queen, what's up? I see y'all. Let's do it. What up, Liz? When you join on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. You know, you guys still can share the live on any of these platforms. Y'all can do that. I'm on my main account on TikTok right now, and I'm going to spend another 5 minutes on that, and then I'll switch over to the official. And that way, those people who are, because, you know, everybody isn't listening to me or Stacy or Jimsika or anybody, Tammy, they're not listening to y'all when y'all tell them to follow both accounts. You know? Let me do this too. Yeah, they're not, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you on both. That's what's up, Stacy. Tonight's conversation is why lie. Interesting. Yeah, I know. Why lie? Let me grab some. There y'all go. Need y'all to see those, you know what I'm saying? I don't wear them often. I don't wear those often, but those have something to do with tonight's conversation. I wanted to bring them out. I need to clean them a little bit too, though. They were in my pocket, so. What up, Natural? Yeah. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up over on YouTube. That lets people know we on and popping. If you're on my TikTok, we're switching over to YouTube, ICGreen1. Billboard, baby, what's up, shorty? Hey, listen, we're going live on my YouTube channel. We having a conversation you know me. If anything, Billboard, you're one of the, you know me. Billboard, baby, was on, was in the first iteration of Clubhouse, and she made a crazy impact. You know what I mean? She's a dope artist and whatnot, writer, rapper, you know what I'm saying? And overall, generally, just a good person. Her vibe is always on point. Respected by a lot of people. So hopefully you'll join, Billboard. We're having a conversation. The conversation tonight is why lie? Social digital currency. That's right. Why lie? So come over, everybody, spend some social digital currency. Soy, what up, baby? I see you. You got it, Natural. You know what it is. Yeah. TLC, I see you. We're live on YouTube. Team Bay, what's up? We're live on YouTube. Hot Ice, we're live on YouTube tonight. It's a YouTube exclusive conversation. Why lie? Yep. Let me type it in over here so y'all can see it. Live, Skrapp. And then I will return that and add that. What up, Raquel? I see you. I see everybody joining over there. The YouTube information is posted right there. Is IC Green and the numeric 1, Liz. Yep. I'm well. Thanks for asking, TLC. Taryn, what's up, baby? Listen, we're live on my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com IC Green 1. Let me type it in over here on Instagram right quick because more people are popping in there. youtube.com/ICGREEN and the numeric 1. Send. Now let's unpin comment and pin this new comment. Pin. There you go. The thing I like about Instagram is it lets you pin and keep it. You know what I mean? Like you can pin and keep it. Yep, we're doing well. We're getting there. Everybody make sure when you join on YouTube that you hit the thumbs up button. The things to pay attention on YouTube, there is a box with a $sign in it. That's for super stickers, super chats, and memberships. You can share the live out. Nope, I'm not staying on TikTok, D. We only have 15. Where we at? How much? Okay, I'm going to switch over to the official IC Green page on TikTok for those people who aren't following it. That's what's up. I'm on TV, Miss Cognito. That's what's up. I'm going to switch over to the official right now so that anyone who is not on my main account, which we always tell everybody join the main account. What up, Dasani? We tell everybody join the main account so you can come over, you know what I mean, stay on top of things. So I'm going to log off here now and I'm going to log back in on my official. Do that. Scroll up, switch accounts, the official IC Green, go live. All right, there we go. And it's going to say ACV, but that ain't it. Christine, I see you. Yo, what's up? Just your Discord or Instagram. Yes, it's Dwight Skrapp Reynolds on this is it right here. I'll type it in. That's my IG right there, yo. What up, Miss Lady? Listen, come on over to YouTube, Lady J. We finna have a conversation. I know you like hearing the conversation. Jaina, what's up, baby girl? Live on YouTube. It's pinned at the bottom. We having a conversation. I know you probably voted. For those of you who did vote, whoever voted for Why Lie, it beat out the impact of what you've unpacked, and it beat out the big difference. And I remember, I'm just gonna roll the topics forward, and I'll add a new one each week. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see which one wins next week because the big difference came in. Everybody, it's so funny that not many people wanted to talk about the impact of what they've unpacked. What up, LM? I see you. Yeah, I'm well. Thank you for asking. What up, Sin? I see you. Yeah. Let's make sure those likes over on YouTube match up with everything else. Y'all hit the like button. If you don't know where it is, look for it real quick. We got a couple more minutes. 3 minutes to be exact. We'll get started with the conversation. Yeah, Becky, what's up? Yep. We're live on YouTube. It's marked at the top. Stacy got it marked. That's what's up, Sonia. I see you. So I got a membership. I love it. If you guys type in the chat and you type something you really want me to see or whatever, when you super chat it, I'll pin it up on the screen as well. That's for me or anybody else you want to see it. I'll highlight it. Hey, Jana, I see you. Yeah, man. Me and Jana, my folks right there. Yep. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. Miss Nay, what up? Good to see you. You ain't got to tell me. I know who it is, Lady J. I know all your names. Aha. Oh, man, let's see. I have a YouTube channel about to start blogging. Okay, Lauren, yeah, absolutely. Natural, I see you. Yep. Natural celebrating 1 month of membership. I love it. Y'all should have caught Tammy on a good day. Tammy was popping off memberships for everybody. It was beautiful. We got 2 more minutes before I shut off everything that's in front of me right now except for YouTube. We're live on YouTube right now. And the conversation tonight is why lie? Why lie, y'all? Yeah. Oh, I know y'all got some things on y'all mind when it comes to that. Ooh-wee. Now, this is going to be this conversation is going to be a little back and forth. I'm going to ask y'all some questions, you know what I mean? I'm going to ask y'all some questions because I just need to know where y'all at, you know what I'm saying? Tashala, what's up? I see you. Yeah. Just the down by the if you look down at the bottom, TLC, there's a comment box. What up, Jim Sika? There's a comment box. You know what I'm saying? She said, if you need a poster boy for the topic, I got one. Ooh. Why lie? We got 1 minute, y'all. Why lie? All the conversation is going over to you know what? I think I'm a keep TikTok up. I think I'm just gonna black it out. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? If you really want to see it, you just need to come over there. I can't black out. Can I black out on I can't black out on Instagram. So not many people come through Instagram either anyway, so you know. So I may keep it up and just black it out because I really want to be here. So yeah, let me get off Instagram now. Ending Instagram. Because all roads lead to YouTube. You know what? You're right. Let me just close out TikTok, and you guys can just join me on YouTube. We're going over to YouTube right now, y'all. I'm logging off of. I don't even know what that means, Jesse Lee. You know what? Let me do this. There we go. I'm not, but there's a conversation, and the way it's set up is different. So check this out. Yeah, Melissa, I think I said hello. Holly, I thought I said something. That she doing a face mask. That's funny. Clarissa, I see you. So check it out. Why lie, right? And I know people, when you say that, you know what I mean? People give you a funny look. Like if you just walk up to somebody and you say, you know, why lie or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you, you know what I'm saying, feel some kind of way? You know what I mean? Like, cause when you say that to somebody, like, you know, why would you lie or whatever? And most people don't have an answer or a conversation associated with, you know, with it or whatever. And automatically, when we think about people who lie, we think about guys lying to girls. Like this, let's be honest. That's one of the, you know, one of the bigger culprits. And they can't, most men cannot articulate why they would lie. What up, Sharonda? And I mean, most people can't anyway. You know what I'm saying? Most people say they doing it for you and all this different stuff. But why lie? Has anybody had the conversation from the point of view of lying being a positive thing? How many people think lying is a positive thing? Type number 1 if you think lying is a positive thing. Nuru said people will be lying in your face straight up. What up, Shatovia? Woo. No. Are you Shatovia? Are you doing that? You're not doing the apple cider vinegar drink, huh? Anna, I appreciate the membership. What up, Italian? Yeah, I need you on that drink. Elam said, I hate liars. Listen, if you I need a thumbs up or thumbs down. Is lying a good or bad thing in your point of view? I'm asking everybody, is lying a good or bad thing? Jana said, it depends on what the lie is about. Melissa said, yes, we lie by omission to avoid hurting others' feelings. I will, Christine. Yeah, there you go. No, Irving said no bueno. Liz said it can be at times. So here's the thing. It's neither black nor white to me. Yeah, me too. I hate liars with passion. Here's the challenge, right? I don't think that Lady O says lying is horrible. Hay says completely not good, not great, not nothing. What up, Bonica? Sharonda says bad, but it depends on what it is. And Jim Seeker, thumbs down, thumbs down. Okay, so here's a perspective we don't talk about, right? Almost everything in our daily existence has a bit of lying in it because we're live on YouTube. Vivian, come over to YouTube. Everything that you have in your daily day, there's a piece or a part of a lie associated with it. Almost everything. From what you believe, the history that we operate in, from, you know, the rules that we, you know what I'm saying? And then the fact that unfortunately, we lie to ourselves. Natural says lying gets you in all kind of trouble. Yes and no. And I'll tell you the truth about lying. It really depends on what you're lying about. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but it absolutely depends on what you're lying about. There is definitely a scale of lying. There's a lie that is one that encourages someone. There's a lie that I can say to somebody that's going to uplift them, and they're going to about face and change, and they're going to excel because I told them something that was encouraging. Now, if I told them the truth, which most people say the truth is, if you tell them the truth, and da da da, but lying depends on the person you're lying to. You can't say, Olivia said karma, but every parent that's in this live has lied to their kids. You don't have to keep the line going, Clarissa. That's when it becomes a problem. You don't keep a lie going. You have to tell. It's not giving excuses to pathological liars. That's why I was telling Clarissa, you don't keep a lie going. But in instances, there are times where I mean, we start from your childhood, you're lied to as your parents lie to their kids on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Most parents don't tell kids Santa ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't tell their kids that there is no such thing as the boogeyman. To say that we, I'm gonna have to do that. To say that we don't lie, we'd all be lying by saying that we don't lie. You lie to yourself first and foremost, and it's not big lies. You just say, there have been a time where each one of y'all has looked somebody dead on the face, know you were in pain in some way, shape, or form, and you said, I'm okay. You've said, I'm okay, knowing that you were not okay. So let's start there. The way that we lie to ourselves helps us manage our lives. We have to lie to ourselves because the truth we have not been equipped to carry most of the time. If you don't lie to yourself to get you through different situations and whatnot, it's a hard existence. It's a tough life. You might have even seen somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? You might have seen someone who was very honest and almost too honest with themselves, and they're always miserable. And the reason being, it's like being the sober person around a bunch of alcoholics. They're having a huge and crazy good time, and you're looking at everybody like, what's going on? Well, that's because those people are, they understand that you have to tell yourself what it needs. And it may not be the truth all the time. I've lied to myself when, in auditions, you got to build yourself up, even though you're a nervous wreck. And you lie to yourself to get you through that moment. It's not a lie that you continue. But in that instance, you do what it takes. You've lied to your kids before. You told them everything was going to be all right when you didn't even know what was going to happen. When you couldn't even put it together. Now I'm saying this now, don't get me wrong. Continuous lying is a problem, just like anything else. No, I'm telling you that you do. Charlene said, wait, what? You're telling me that I lie? A lie? I lie? Yes. Every person in this live at some point this week, y'all have lied and you're going to lie. Again, and if you're not telling yourself a lie to get you through it, you can make it the truth eventually. You ever heard the term fake it till you make it? Well, those people are lying. Those people are lying essentially. So it's a big part of it is how we interpret it or whatnot. And these lies we feel don't affect anybody else. So it's not a big deal. It's the constant liars. It's the people who continue to lie that is when it's problematic, right? Because the thing about lying when it's like somebody said earlier, a protective measure, it's something that you realize it's only used in those instances. Like, it's not something you just go around lying all the goddamn time. like that's not beneficial to you, because now you have an altered reality and there's no truth in it. Most people who lie under a protective measure are doing it and doing it to get to a truth, or to make a truth sustainable. You know what I mean? Like, it's not lying to have to compact it with another lie, another lie. Next thing you know, your reality is so different, you don't even know you don't remember how it all started, And y'all know people like that too. She said, I call that positive self-talk. Yes, but underneath it all, it comes from not being honest with yourself. Because if you were honest with yourself, it'd be too challenging. Yeah, years ago, Charlene, you'd have to break that down. Charlene is talking about an instance where she lied to her aunt and it kind of broke her heart. Those are going to be situations that you have to explain. And then it's Marianne, it's absolutely the compulsive liars that, most of you will confront, and you'll say, why did you lie? So here's the thing. People lie out of expectations. So most times when you guys meet someone, they're going to lie to you. Unfortunately, everybody has a representative that has nothing to do with the truth of the situation or who they are. What up, Sadie? So most of you get liars right off the rip. Period. And I saw somebody type in there omission. I didn't see it, Nuru. Pathological liars. Yeah. Those who continue to lie, again, we're going to establish that is the issue. That is the bigger problem. But when you meet someone, the honesty, you should take it with a grain of salt when you meet somebody, and just say, automatically everyone becomes a liar if we're saying lying is omitting things. Because when you meet someone, you're not that open. You're not telling everybody everything off rip. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I slept with 30 people. You're not telling people your backstory, and your backstory, if you do tell it, is going to have a ton of omissions. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have a bunch of omissions. Yeah, I had chlamydia once, and you know what I'm saying? There are things that are not going to come out, and if that's the case, then you have to understand that most people that you meet are living, if it's by omission, they're absolutely living a lie. Nobody's telling you everything. And if they are, guess what you're doing? You running up out of there. You running. And the reason why you're running is because most people, most people, if we're being honest, which is the flip side of being liars, most people are like what Jack Nicholson said. Most people can't handle the truth. And that is why most people lie. That's the number one reason that people will tell you they lie. I did, Stacey. I'm telling you, I'm not. Again, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I meet people, I'm not forthcoming at all. There's a certain barrier you got to get to before before we get to personal anything. Yeah. Well, honesty and transparency fall in line as well with people telling the truth and lying. So it's all a part of the same gumbo. It just depends on what side of it you're on. Precious, we let's establish this, y'all. Habitual liars are ultimately the one that everybody complains about. Usually, now I don't want to skip ahead. I want to make sure I focus on helping you understand that people lie based on who they're talking to. They lie based off the person who's receiving the information. I think that in certain situations, it's about knowing the person that you're with and if they're able to manage or handle it. People lie all the time. When loved ones go in the hospital and somebody says to them, they say how they're doing, and you don't want to, you don't want to be like, yo, doctors lie. Even when they're being honest about the situation, they never tell you, you don't get the whole truth. The doctor has to massage the conversation because A lot of times you get different kind of doctors. You get a doctor who assesses the situation and says, now I can't tell you I can't give it all to you right now. And you can ask him a question and he'll know the answer and he'll divert because he understands what most people should understand about the person that they're dealing with is that you can't handle the truth. And if a person is habitual, you got to understand the position that they're being put in to communicate with you about things. Most people are lying to protect themselves first and foremost. And those are the ones that are, that piss y'all off. The ones that lie solely to protect themselves. They didn't protect you. They protected themselves. And in that, they continue it so much that when you find out, it really hurts. It's not about brutal honesty. You know what I mean? Will said, where is perfection? Wouldn't the world become stagnant? Of course, we understand that, Will, you're going to have all of those things, right? But what you would hope is that a person understands you well enough to know when to and when not to. And unfortunately, liars become habitual liars and they can't, it stops being a protective measure for you or a concerning and caring method for you. It starts becoming a whole nother life. It has its own life. Miss Ty says, I cannot stand liars. Once you tell one lie, you have to keep lying. The truth hurts, but so does the lie. That is the issue. I'm not saying that your life can't be a lie. You can't live a lie. That is the issue. And when we think that we can manage it, lying is like gambling. Gambling for most people is okay until it hurts people. Now, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like some people like gambling is what it is. What up, Jared? Like Michael Jordan. They got on Michael Jordan about his gambling. He was like, I got the money. This is not an issue for me. This is not a problem. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not selling anything. I'm not in dire straits. That's how lying works. Until it hurts somebody. And the person that it hurts. Now, here's something I want y'all to pay attention to. The person that it hurts has to assess and be honest with themselves. Could you have handled the information at the time that there was a choice between lying to you or telling you the truth? And most people always say, man, you just tell me the truth and we go from there. Y'all, most people can't handle the truth, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. Most people can't handle the truth. As much as we say we tough, as much as we say we can, most can't. And it depends on what that lie is. Period. Someone lied to me on my student's parent. The parent confronted me. Yeah. So yeah, it's those. You know what I mean? If you look at your life and the people who have lied to you, and you got to go back and ask yourself, could I have managed that if they had just said if they just said it? You know what I mean? Ellen said, I have this girl at church and she's lying because she can't even keep up with her lies. I see through it, but everyone feeds into it. It makes me so annoyed. Yeah, most people don't want to feel the truth because they want to take their choice. They don't want their choice taken from them. Good. That's a great perspective, right? And that's the other part, the ugly part of a lie. An ugly part of a lie takes a person's opportunity or takes the option at the time. Remember this now. Timing is everything. I know, right, Jana? People want to hear, I know you don't want to, but you can't handle the truth if it's in the moment and you ask somebody, listen, there's no man on earth who's going to be going out on a date with a girl and she says, how do I look? And he says, nah, you could probably dress a little better than that. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? How do I look? Well, basically, you're wearing a whole lot of makeup tonight, babe. It looks like if I rubbed on your shoulder, there'd be a mountain of dust right on your side. I don't know if we could do that. You know what I mean? I don't know. The greatest communicators can communicate without lying and still meet the objective at hand. But ask yourself, ladies, ask yourself when you've been in a relationship with somebody who could communicate. Ask yourself when you had a relationship where a person knew how to listen. especially at the point of time where you've been in a relationship for a certain amount of time. Oh, forget about it. Forget about it. When you've been in a relationship for a long time, you know the person you're dealing with. Oh, you're getting lied to. And it's a protective measure because they understand that when they and I'm gonna tell y'all, some of y'all contribute to creating liars. Look at your past relationships and ask yourself, did I help construct this liar? And here's how you create one. Here's how you create a liar. Babe, da 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 da. What? You didn't do it. Well, him. Oh shit. I can't say that to you. Ooh. You do understand that most people are training and creating liars by the way that you receive and return that information. Ladies, if a man tries to be honest with you and you go ham on him for being honest, guess what I'm finna tell you? He ain't finna be honest with you no more because you can't handle the truth. Do you understand that? If a person is honest with you, you should be able to consume that truth and then manage it with grace. Consume that truth and manage it with grace. Especially if you're a person that says, I need the truth. And most of y'all set up y'all relationships like that. You got to be like, look, I need the truth, da, 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 da. But I take this quote from Nikki Giovanni that I love so much. There's a quote from Nikki Giovanni. Most of y'all have heard this. And she said, why can't you lie to me? Why can't you lie to me? You go out there and tell the truth to the whole world. But you go out to the world and you put on this face for the world or whatever, and you give them the best of you, and I got what's left of you. Why can't you lie to me? I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Man, if you can keep up the lie with me, I'm good. Keep the lie up with me, I'm all right. If you got me happy with your lie, I just say be consistent. Be consistent. Just be consistent. Lie to me and make me love you more and more and just never stop lying. Just keep the lie the way it should be. Because the truth may hurt me more than that lie did. The truth, you heard the quote, truth hurts. The truth hurts because most people can't manage the truth. Because we've been so dishonest about so many other things. Lie to me, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Lie to me. As long as it don't come back and bite us in the butt, man, lie to me, man. Lie to me. Please, for me. I want to go as long as I can with the lie than that moment in truth where it breaks me up for however long. I asked people before, I said, what would you rather have, a beautiful lie or the ugly truth? Well, yeah, you heard it. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, lie to me. Lie to me. I don't want to be free. She said truth will set you free. I don't want to be free. Capture me with the lie for as long as it can be, because the consequences of the truth and the lie could be the exact same thing, except I will not have enjoyed the truth as much as I enjoyed the lie. Just saying. Yep, Miss Nay said, Jody from Baby Boy said, I'm out here telling these hoes the truth. I lie to you because I care about your feelings. Charlene said, I'd rather hurt now than hurt even more later because you lied to me. I guess when I think about life, right? I think about life and I have to consume it in moments. I have to take life in moments. I'd rather have more dope moments of you lying to me than deal with the truthful moments that are going to shut me down for a while. If I really care, the truth is going to screw me up. The truth is going to screw me up for a while. But if you lie to me and I got this stretch of this beautiful lie for this long time, and then I find out the truth, I'm good. It ain't got to be fake. Listen, it's fake to whoever lies. Somebody said, but it's fake. It's fake to whoever lied. It's the truth to me. Most people right now are being lied to, but it feels like the truth because the lie is so good. And you will never know it's a lie until the person is done telling the lie. That's right. Sexy Can said nothing lasts forever. So I take life in moments. And I'd rather have more amazing moments, even if they're built on a lie, than the truthful moment that has got me shut down. Y'all know when somebody tell y'all the truth, do you know how much time you spend on the truth and the pain of that truth? You spend an absorbent amount of time on that truth. You be screwed up. But if a person lies to you and you find out, you have more anger than you have pain. You go through it and then you're done with it. You're like, you know what, this fool lied to me. I'm good. Da, 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 da. But if somebody told you the truth and it just broke you down, because the truth doesn't come with, most times the truth doesn't come with, instructions on how to deal with the truth. You know what I mean? That's what exactly. Shelly said, once the truth comes out after you enjoyed the moment of the lie, you could have already been through it. You think so. But most people don't handle honesty that way. I know everybody listen, you know what life is? And when I think about, somebody typed, LM said, how would you be able to trust them again once you find out the truth? Isn't that horrible for mental health and emotional health? I think for people who think they need someone to trust them, or that you need to trust somebody. Trust is such a difficult thing because so many people, that's what hurts more than anything, is trusting somebody that breaks that trust. I'm going to tell y'all, listen, as an adult, understand you're dealing with other adults who are not bound by anything. They're not bound by anything. Every person on this live right now, most people on this live have been in a situation where they trusted somebody that they really felt they should have trusted, and they broke that trust. Like DMX said, tempt yourself, say, I trust a person to be who he or she is. Now, I don't want to be with a habitual liar, but I don't want to be with somebody who I'm supposed to be able to trust. And that hurts. That hurts more than anything, is the fact that you believed in somebody so much that you've opened yourself up for this ability to be vulnerable. Trust requires vulnerability. So it's a challenge. Big Mac said, I go into a relationship trusting until you give me a reason not to. I go into a relationship and I don't even, part of me, I dabble with the whole trust thing, right? First, I just, relationships, you got to like the person enough to come with whatever comes with it. You know what I mean? And then I go from there. And then trusting you, I trust that you'll be who you are when I'm in front of you. I trust that you'll be who I need you to be when you're around me. Other than that, once you walk away from me, I guarantee you become somebody else outside of my purview. And when you're around other people, you do other shit. I'm not saying people are actively lying to you. I just don't, I trust God. Outside of that, everybody is capable of compromising your trust. And if you understand that, then you understand that that you will give confidence in someone who is infallible. There's an opportunity for them to let you down. And some of you absolutely set yourselves up and y'all be open and ready to be hurt. And I'd be like, I don't want to subscribe to that. I want to subscribe to a great life of enjoying the person that I'm with. And the truth or a lie doesn't matter to me at that point, because it's my perspective of the events that's going on. When you're out in the world, I don't know what you're doing, man. Do you know how crazy you'll be? Do you know how insecure you'll be if you worried about what somebody else is doing when they're not with you? LM said, I'm sad for you, honey. You're so comfortable and on with someone lying to you. I'm not comfortable with it. Please don't mistake what I'm saying to you. I'm not, what I'm saying is I expect the truth, but I can't expect the truth. Does that make sense? Like, I'm in a place where where most of us are. We want people to be good to you. You want people to be right by you. But there is no requirement for that. There's no punishment for it. Other than, you know what I'm saying? There's no punishment, you know what I'm saying? For another adult being adult and making decisions that compromise what my values are. I wish it was. I wish there was something I could do, but I can't do nothing. But you can't do nothing but become emotional. The only consequences, listen, classy Nikki said there's definitely consequences. There are no consequences for an adult making adult decisions because they've already understood that what the end result can be. You think people don't go and cheat and understand that can mean that the demise of their relationship? You think people don't cheat and understand that cheating and that breaking up is a consequence of cheating, and they're prepared to do that? Oh no, they can't. They know. We talking about adults. Adults know what the consequences are for themselves. That's the expectation, Milian. I like that. She said, you're expecting the same treatment you're giving. Exactly. That's all I want from a person. I'm going to be good to you. You be good to me. Now, I understand that only matters when we're around each other because I have no say-so, nor ability to know if you're being to me what I'm being to you. It becomes a morality issue at the end of the day. Can you live with the consequences of the betrayal of whatever trust or however our relationship is set up? Most people can't, and that's when the truth comes out. Most people can't carry that. It's a difficult load. The guilt, you can tell. The way Slippin' got wrote and the way I knew Slippin' was what it was is because her attitude changed. Because she couldn't carry that guilt around. And if you are living the way that you want somebody to treat you, your antenna goes off. Your antenna goes off, and when your antenna goes off, you start snooping and figuring out stuff, and next thing you know, you get to confront them or whatever, but you get to make a decision from there too. Shelly says, so you do not expect respect from that other person that you're treating how you want to treat. You absolutely, again, most of the times you all are talking about when people are doing things when you're not around. You have no control over that. LM says, if someone doesn't communicate with you where they are, tell you the truth, be respectful, understanding, commitment, trust is huge in any relationship. You can only trust a person from where you can see them. That's it. That's it. You can only trust. That's what, once you come to understand that, and I think it takes going through relationships, and I think it goes to you understanding how you have to operate as a human to not have a roller coaster of emotions going through your life and you going through all these different things. You have to understand that the minute a person walks out of your point of view, you will never know. You can only believe. It was well, Mariah. Everybody keeps saying you gotta have trust. You gotta have trust. You only have to trust that you're going to do the right thing, and you can only trust that. Yeah, you can only trust that when that person's out of you have no control when a person walks out of your life, when they out of your view. You have no control over that. You have no control when a person is not in front of you. I'm sorry. Y'all will find out. You will find out. It could be as simple as this. This is how it comes off sometimes. Girl, I seen such and such out, and he's a party animal. He was done it up. What, my James was out? Yeah, he's a party animal. Next thing you know, you come back. I heard you was out there having a good time, James. Yeah, I was having a good time. I ain't never seen you have a good time. Don't you start not trusting him then? Because you start saying, how could James go out without me and become this other individual that I've never seen before? No, Mary, it doesn't make a miserable relationship. What makes a miserable relationship is when you're trying to control things you can't control. She said people cheat because that was their intention and they figured it won't come out, and some just love to cheat and can have a good relation. I don't understand. I believe in karma. If you cheat on that man, it's going to be sent right back to you. Yep. I don't think that what goes around doesn't come around. I don't think that at all. I don't think that. I don't think that I believe in karma. What I'm saying is I don't believe that people go out saying, I'm gonna do this and I know I'm gonna get it back. That's it, Olivia. That's the money shot. You only worry about things you can control, and the only thing you can control is yourself. Y'all are in pain. People are going through headaches, and people are dealing with all this trauma because you think that that person owes you something and that you can control them. You can't manage anything when that person's at work. Are you managing how they manage their relationships at work? Are you managing how they deal with people at their job? Are you managing how they deal with the people when they go get lunch? Are you managing all that? You can't possibly. And if you're thinking you can, that's an issue. You need to reevaluate that. You can only control, or you can be concerned about it all, but the only time you have any kind of control is when that person's around you. That's a self thing, LM. LM said, be authentic in the relationship and also when your person isn't around. Yes, but you ain't got no control over that. You can only control you and how you respond from any information you hear about when your person is not around you. Well, go to the office party and they say, yeah, your husband and your wife, they're beautiful. They do that. You want to hear those kind of reports. But otherwise, what you gonna do about it? You don't have it's when people try to manage things that are out of their control and believe they should have been able to manage them. You know how many people got lied to and then they go back, they start thinking about what it was that they did? Do you realize that somebody will lie to you and hurt you and you start asking yourself, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I didn't make nobody cheat. I didn't make nobody do whatever they did. And and the level of understanding I have, I realize that their cheating is not my problem. It's not my problem. I didn't contribute to it. I'm not gonna get excited about it. Just gonna deal with it. And it may not be your person, LM. I had somebody cheat on me, and then when they cheated on me, they cheated with the person they ended up having kids with. I realized, like, yeah, I get it. That wasn't my relationship. I understand completely. That got them what they, it did what it did. But when it comes to why people lie to you, you ain't in control over it. You know what I'm saying? That you can't control that. Again, when when what you hope is this. This is, and again, I'm just, I just want to have a great time with the person who's going to be in my circumference. That's it. And if it happens to come about, you know what I'm saying? If they happen to be lying while we doing, while we having this great time, I just say keep up the lie long enough for us to be, you know what I'm saying? That's it. There is no guarantees. Tempt yourself said right. Some people aren't meant to be in your life long term. And if you accept that, if you understand that, what it is what it is, you don't get caught up in you don't get caught up in the nonsense. Wanda said, I don't want nobody around me that's got to lie to me. Hey, man, if you lie to me and we having a great time, I might want to keep the lie for a while because your honest you might suck. I'm gonna keep it real. And most times, and I'm just saying this to y'all, most time you don't find out. None of y'all find out. I don't find out. None of us find out a person is who they are until we're invested in them. Liars don't show you who they are until after they've gained your trust. It's a form of manipulation. For me, I just encourage it. If I'm invested, if my heart is in it, I'm just saying, please keep it up. Please just keep it up. Because then you can be the person I need for whatever I need you for at that point. That's all I'm saying. Y'all, listen, you're getting lied to. I'm going to just tell you, everybody's getting lied to. We're all getting lied to. Not even from the from the superficial side of it, if I just, yeah, dream I am later. If I said it on this level, I can say it on this level as well. Everything about most people is a lie. And it's how you lie that if you want to discuss it. If you decide to do any adjustments to yourself that aren't your natural adjustments, isn't that a lie? I just said, Class Nikki, everyone lies. What are you saying? Everyone lies. She said, you must be a liar. I have, and sometimes I lie to myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sorry. But I'm more truthful than I am not. And y'all can assess that from the way that we communicate and how we talk or whatnot. I'm not afraid of anybody. So I am comfortable being me, and I am open and willing to be myself so much that whether you accept me or not, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I understand that the honesty that I present attracts. It's not a detractor. And if you choose to lie to a person who is being truthful with you, it's not my loss, it's yours. You got to remember most of the things that we talk about on this live when we have these kind of conversations, it doesn't have to do without. It all has to do within. It's not what happens to you, it's how you manage what happens to you. It's being able to accept that anything's possible outside of your viewpoint. You have to understand that anything that happens when you're not with the person is none of your control. It's not your fault. You have no say so. I don't know, Shelly Poo. So there's a I think I still have the clip up on my YouTube channel where a Asian woman got sued because she got plastic surgery done, and the man that married her never knew about the plastic surgery. So when they had kids, the kids came out looking like her old self. And he was thrown off because he felt he was a handsome man. He said, how in the world can a handsome man like me and a beautiful woman like you have such ugly babies? No, Nuru, it's not for you to, it's not for, Nuru said, you can't live a lie though. Most people are. Most people run into people who are. You know what I mean? Most people are living, she catfished him. Most people are living with, they're, so for the sake of not saying the word lie, I would say people create a new normal in your relationship. People create a new normal in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's how you manage it from there, what you'll accept in that new normal. Yes, Charlena, I think that would be amazing. Charlena said, I stand on faith. I trust God is going to send me a man who's honest. I won't back down. I think that the real honesty comes from you. Has nothing to do with anybody else. And God will provide you someone who will let you be as honest with yourself as you can possibly be. In this day and age, when the messenger who is sent by God is culpable of lying and distrustful natures, then I have to know that it's not about anybody else. No. Nobody really hurt me, LM. It's not about, what I've learned, LM, is that it's not about you. It's about me. If you choose to lie, you lose a good man. If you choose to lie and I find out about it, let me just say that first and foremost. Because if you lie and you good and you keep the lie going and you finesse the hell out of me, I'm enjoying it, why am I gonna be mad? No, they didn't. They didn't hurt me. They changed my perspective. I might have been hurt in that moment. You know what I'm saying? No pain, no gain. I might have been hurt in that moment. Absolutely. I'm not. You guys are saying like I'm carrying hurt. I'm carrying understanding. See, the things you go through is so that you can have personal development. You do know that, right? And it takes you listen. I told you I went through something that changed how I look at things now, how I manage things now, and ultimately I understood this one truth. There's only one truth in all the trauma I've ever been through in my life, is that I was at the center of it. Whether it was my fault or not, I was at the center of it. So who's going to fix me but me? Who's going to protect me as I move forward but me? You know what I'm saying? I not once said I celebrated being lied to. I just said, if you're going to do it, be a good one and make it fun and interesting. Because a lot of people's truths are horrible. Keeping it 100, a lot of people's truths are not exciting and interesting at all. I'm sorry. I don't want the ugly truth. I want a beautiful lie. If it's going to go down, and I'm not saying, hey, come on, lie to me, it's going to be great. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying, don't lie to me. Ask yourself, how many people live in their truth though? I'm just playing, you know what I'm saying? I got to lay it out here for y'all, because we get delusional. We don't have self-accountability. We don't pay attention. We accept things and then we blame other people. You're the blame. You're the blame. You're the blame. Whatever happens, it's your fault. And what I mean by that is how you manage what happens to you is your fault. I don't mean that the incident is your fault. How you manage it is your fault. And if you put yourself in a position where you understand who you are, people can't mess with you like that. LM, I agree. She says, I get it, but I'd rather be hurt by the truth, because the lie would devastate me more than the truth. But you don't know that it's a lie until the lie is revealed. So were you having a good time up until the point that you discovered the lie or not? And if you weren't having a good time in the midst of the lie, then you're already in a messed up situation. Doesn't matter about the truth or the lie. It depends on the lie, Louise. She says you have to continue a string of lies in order to keep it going. In some instances, yep, some people create a lie that requires multiplicity. You have to keep doing it. The biggest thing I can tell everybody in this live when we talk about why lie is that the lie can only affect you if you react to the lie and pretend that the lie didn't bring. If somebody's lying to you and it's hurting you, you stop that right there and you cut it off. It's boom, over with. But if you, first off, most people who are getting lied to don't know they're getting lied to, and they're enjoying the experience they have during that time. Just being honest. That's it. If you're not having a great experience, then eject from the seat, lie or truth. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? So there was a kid, Foxy, that was dating a friend of mine, and he believed his own lies so much that he just tangled himself. He just kept telling them. But the truth was obvious, you know what I'm saying? So in those instances, people aren't good liars, but y'all have run into some good liars. I can tell just by the audience. Y'all have talked to some people who know how to lie. So this is LM's biggest concern, and this is most women's concern. LM, you are not alone. She said yes, but then I'm walking around looking like a dummy while everyone else knows the truth. Boom. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. That is the biggest thing that people care about, what other people think. Now, I'll tell you, LM, who cares what everybody else thinks? Because your life and what you do with it has to be tailor-made for your needs. That's it. Your life has to be tailor-made for your needs. She said, yeah, I live and learn, but don't tell me to enjoy what hurt me. You was probably enjoying it already, lady. So is the good times that you had erased by the revealing that that what you experienced was a lie? Because it wasn't a lie to you. It was a lie to the person who was lying. Y'all do know that, right? Like in the midst of whatever you being lied to and you enjoying yourself, you having a good time with this liar and all that kind of stuff until you find out it wasn't. You do know there's a track record for you enjoying that stuff, right? And you have a choice. You have a choice then. The choice they took away from you before, they gave you a choice right here. Yeah, I have, lady. They give you a choice. You can scream about the great time you had and say it wasn't nothing because it was your reality. You got to remember, when people lie to you, you're living in your truth. And when you find out that there was a lie, it doesn't make your truth not what it was. Your truth was what it was, even though it was brought to you from a lie. And that's the choice you get, Lady O. Lady O, so I didn't scream. I just left him, and was out. It was done. And that's kind of what it is. If you don't like being lied to at the point of somebody revealing that they lied to you, yeah, you can walk off. You could be done with it. Me, again, I'm kind of different. My perspective is a little different. I would probably hang around a little bit longer. The reason being is I rather know who I'm dealing with than not. I already at this point I really understand what you're capable of. You know what I mean? And you can't pull one over on me. Now your experience is different than mine. See, Rosalind, the minute I understand who you are, you can't do that to me again. You don't get the same energy from me no more. Hey said, lies and torture do not mix. Again, people can't torture you if you manage you. Thank you, Crumple Stillskin said it, because you can handle when you know the type of person you're dealing with. Most of y'all recycle people so quickly and so much that you trade one liar for another one. Or you shield yourself off from all people because you tell yourself, I don't have the discernment to discover when somebody's being honest or truthful. And I said to you before, it ain't about them. It's about you. It's always about you. It's about you. Just so y'all understand that, it's always about you. It's not them becoming a case study. Honey said, you hanging around, do they become a case study for you? No. It's what you understand is the whole part about dating and relating to one another is understanding the person that you're dating with. Some of y'all say y'all in love and don't even know the person y'all with. But I know the person I'm with because I know this person is a liar, and there's things I can believe and things that I can't believe about this person. So I won't have to worry about. I don't have that concern anymore. Some of y'all are worried right now if somebody's lying to you. Some of y'all are don't know where you're at in the relationship. That's it, Temp. Yep, learn your partner, then you won't have the surprise. You can choose to deal with it or not. But most people don't know. It's not the dangerous game, Lady Pisces, and a lot of business people tell you this. I'll tell you this, I'll go from here. When the conversation came up with Biden or Trump, right? And people were wondering why, I was like, man, I would, when Biden was running, I was like, I'll probably vote for Trump. And they was like, why? I was like, because I know what I'm getting with Trump. I know what I'm getting with Trump. He can't surprise me. Biden, on the other hand, this person who was a known racist many years ago, who've all of a sudden accumulated black friends for the sake of being president. What? Nah, I don't like rolling the dice like that, yo. It's the evil you know or the evil you don't. The doors are open. Which one are you going to? Thank you. Tina said it. Listen, it's the evil you know or the evil you don't. You tell me where you're gonna be at. I said this when Biden won the election the first time. I said this. I said the days of transparency are gone, because one thing that Trump did that no other president did was put it all out on Twitter. He said it all out. You don't have there is no neither, SDH. You're either dealing with the truth. You either dealing with a person you know, or you're dealing with a person you don't know, or you're just gonna stay single and celibate and not enjoy life to its fullest because it's better with people. Those are your options. Those are your options. It's the evil you know or the evil you don't. And a lot of people decide to roll the dice on new people on a regular basis. I keep some of them old people around because I know what they're capable of and what they can get. I know how far the string can be distributed. Yeah, honey, what are you talking about? I know them better. And what happens, I'm going to tell y'all right now, what happens with most people who care about you when you find out that you caught them in a lie and all that, they try to adjust. Y'all know that. That's my point, LM. LM has just made my point. I'm gonna post it. She said, not me. I've been single for 8 years. I just don't have time for what the world has to offer. Most times, what it had to offer and what was probably something that could have managed itself with you or within that relationship is something that went away that would have probably turned itself around. A lot of times we let good people slip through our hands for one from a mistake or bad judgment, and we recycle. And then what you realize is that was probably a good person who had a bad moment. Now, you don't have to gamble on that bad moment. I'm not saying at all. I'm not saying stay in any situation that's compromising how you want to feel at that moment. But then that goes back to what I said. If you're lying to me and I'm enjoying the moment, let's just ride this thing out. I just want to, listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I just want to be okay. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy the person that I'm with when they're with me. When they're not with me, I got no control over that. And I don't really have a concern about that other than them being okay, like okay and careful, that kind of thing. But when you ain't with me, I mean, who knows what you got going on? And this is the thing. The insecurity comes when people try to manage what you're doing when you're away from them. I can't. Rican said, I don't date these days. I get to know whom I'm dealing with first. Yes, but again, real liars are great manipulators and they can string that stuff on for a long time. It's a lifetime it takes to get to know somebody. You know what I mean? You can, Charlene said, you can have fun being honest with each other. Tell me how that worked out. Either you're going to learn how to survive with the lie or you're going to strive to do better. But doing better has nothing to do with you in that regards, right? Because every other individual has a propensity to lie to you or manage your relationship wrong. So what should you be looking for in a relationship? You should be looking to enjoy the person that you're with when they're with you. If y'all don't think married couples lie to each other, man, this ain't the right life. You shouldn't care, Stacy. Stacy said you should trust them out in the world, though. Man, I ain't got nothing to do with what you doing out in the world. I can't. How am I going to worry about that when you got a life too? You know what I mean? You do understand, like, I need each one of y'all to know that y'all got a life too. While that person is out in the world, get busy living, doing stuff. Stay busy. The minute you start thinking about how a person is moving outside of the time that they're with you, you may even push them. They'll say this to you, that you pushed me into doing it because you accused me of these things already. Your radar was off. I don't know. I just don't think about it. If I'm with you, I got to believe that I'm the best thing that ever happened to you. If you don't know that and you do something to screw it up, that ain't on me. That's not a me call. You know what I mean? That's not a me call. I got no control over you when you're not with me. And to think that I do is crazy. The topic is, why lie? You know what I mean? Why lie? There are people who lie to protect. There are people who lie to escape. There are people who lie. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of where we're at. Tamily says she's looking for an honest man. If then, good luck. It's challenging for a man to, if we talking about in the word, in the sense of like lying, I got to tell you, sometimes I'm gonna have to say some stuff to you that I know after being with you for a certain amount of time that you're not able to handle. And I would never do that to you. So I'm gonna lie a little bit. Now I'm not gonna keep on lying. I'm gonna make sure that this one, does what it does. But you can train a person to be a liar, and it's all in how you manage you. If you are training a person that you can't receive the truth from them properly, they will protect you and themselves, and they'll lie to you. What I mean by that is this, because I don't want to say that there aren't men who out here who are trying to be honest. I don't want to say that. Miss TLC says, be truthful and let me decide how I want to handle it. I know y'all say that. But man, I can tell you, I can pull 10 men in here from all different walks of life and ask them, how honest are you with your wife? And they're going to say about 70 to 80%. Naima says she's got an honest guy and he is giving her so much information. You know, he's telling her everything. Again, just manage you now, Naima, in that sense, right? Trust you. Louise says, it's been my experience that women say they want honesty but get mad when you are. True story. Just Jen says her man lies about everything. He probably lies when he's joking and the whole nine. And you know, the question is, are you happy or are you sad or how does that make you feel? You know what I mean? If I look fat in the outfit, your ass better say, babe, that doesn't fit your body type, laugh aloud. I'd rather honesty. It's not even that, LM. Usually it's a smaller lie. It's you know what I'm saying? And he can see it in your eyes, right? He can see it like when you say, babe, how do I look in this outfit? And if you say it like that, where it's like the expectation is to have a compliment or something like that, and y'all are supposed to have a great night out, he again, great communicators can say to you, babe, as much as I love that outfit, I think that, let me pick something out for you. I got something I think you know what I'm saying? That one's cool, but you know what I'm saying? He'll have a way to communicate to you that you'll receive it. But most women, when he says to you, ooh, nah, babe, that ain't it. We gotta hit the gym a little bit more if you want to wear that one. I don't want to go out now. I'm just gonna stay here. I can't believe you said that. Come on, man. Let's be real. Like the reason why I have these conversations because I want to be real. I want y'all to be real, and we got to have a real exchange. We need to have a real exchange. Y'all will change the parameters of what is going on when the truth is told to y'all. Now y'all no longer want to be involved with whatever that truth revealed. It's not about being vulnerable. It's can you handle the truth? This is why men lie. I'm just telling y'all. Men lie because women have shown they can't handle the truth effectively. A man will tell you the truth and it will change the course of the night. Do you understand? Like you can tell a man the truth and the man will be like, man, that's fucked up, but all right, let's go. Yes, I do, Charlena, and yes, and most honest men will tell you there are times where they lie and they not cheat. I'll say they lie. I'm not. The cheating thing is certain men. You know what I mean that go out and step out on their people. But again, the challenge is I'm saying this for your individuality. How you respond to the lie is just as important as how you respond to the truth. The truth is more powerful than the response to the truth is more important than the way you respond to the lie. But they both are managed in the same way. If I tell you a truth that you're not ready for, if I keep it honest with you in a way that you can't handle it, guess what, man? You're going to carry that around. And whether y'all know it or not, y'all harbor shit. No. There are definitely men who can't handle. It's men that can't handle the truth. I told y'all about the story. Remember when I was dropping my girl off at college and she was truthful with me? I bust out and cried. I would have rather she omitted it or never talked about it or whatever. I'd have been fine. But that hard truth almost made me suicidal. I'm telling y'all, I've been through some stuff that has shaped my perspective to understand it's about me. It's not about somebody else. She said, if you said the answer like that, I'd accept it and change, or you have to. But that's what I'm saying to you. LM said, what I'm trying to help y'all understand is this. And this is one of the greatest challenges that we have in relationships is people don't know how to communicate. We forget that in the beginning of a relationship, we communicate with each other in a way where you do anything for somebody. You're willing to accept that conversation. You will accept the hard truth in the beginning. But the minute that you start having an adverse reaction to the truth, come on, man. If I see you break out in a rash from the truth, do you think I'm going to keep doing that? Men don't handle the truth well when the truth is as honest as their behavior. I hope y'all heard what I said. Men don't handle the truth well when it's as honest as their behavior. Women who move like men affect men in the hardest way ever, because it's almost like the song Candy wrote, if you can do it, I can do it too, right? But most times women aren't forthcoming about that. Like, men will be brash about how they move. A woman that's brash about how she moves with a man who loves her, oh my God, you have no idea. You have no idea. You know what I mean? Yeah, men go crazy because they can't handle the truth. Yeah, listen, break up with a man, tell him why you broke up, and watch him be like, psh. And then watch the whole thing change, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm trying to tell you something. If I'm not saying, listen, I'm a man. I'm gonna speak from my perspective. Men have a problem with a truthful woman when the truth is some real stuff. Let a woman tell a man why she cheated. It's a wrap. That you lucky to get out of there if you can get out of there. Yeah, see, stabbed her tires, broke out her back window. Tell a man the truth. You should tell a man the truth over the phone, y'all. And even then, it's challenging because niggas pull up. I'm telling you, ladies, when I say why lie, that's a great time to lie. Great time to lie is when you know that your person that you with has real ignorant tendencies. Truth ain't gonna save you. Truth will not save you. I'm sorry. Catching him is the best. If you catching him doing something inappropriate or outside the scope of your relationship is perfect. But accusing him of something and then breaking up over it without proof, oh, he gonna go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We can't handle it. We cannot handle it. I'm telling y'all. One of my female friends was dating this guy for a long time, and they was good. They would have their little off and ons, but they was good. The minute she told him that she had kicked it with another dude, mind you, she's caught him 2 or 3 times stepping out on her. The minute she told him that, it was a super wrap. It was super over. I fear for the woman who has decided to tell that man the hard truth, because most men are juvenile when it comes to falling in love with a woman and then her breaking his heart with the truth. Lie to me. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. If I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over you, just lie to me. Just lie to me. I agree. That's the perfect world, LM, is if people just manage to not do things outside of the scope of what each other, that's disrespectful to one another. I agree. That ain't the life we live in. Most people, if you're an attractive person on the inside and don't be attractive on the outside too, the temptation for you to step outside, you got to know who you are. If y'all don't understand the temptation that is present, I'm in the music industry. If y'all don't understand how difficult it would be, I see, y'all flirt and stuff like that, but the reality of being with me and I'm in the music industry, do you know what kind of strength you have to have? Most women ain't equipped for this lifestyle. It's not for everybody. When I'm around supermodels, when I've dated supermodels, when my past is some of the most physically, because y'all work on physical. If y'all see a chick and y'all be like, oh, I can't believe, you know what I mean? I've got talent that I've worked with before that I've never stepped to. I have a if I'm working with you, I'm not sleeping with you. That's been I've kept that line very clear. You know what I'm saying? If I'm working with you, I am not sleeping with you. Because as much as I've heard a woman say to me, "No, we can, I'm gonna be cool and I'm straight," it never has ever made itself that. You know what I mean? When you get in those situations and relationships where you say, these are the boundaries. Come on, man, y'all know those emotional boundaries get crossed all the time. And so that's why I say, you know what I'm saying? I'm legal quitter. That's why I say you have to manage yourself before you manage anything else. You got to be, if you want to be in a situation where you can manage not only the lie, but the truth is more important for you to manage than the lie, then you're good. I'm everybody's type, Rosalind. I'm joking. I couldn't resist. She said, she said, so super, she's okay. You said, so supermodels are your type. No, I like beautiful people. I like beautiful people. You know what I mean? I like beautiful people, and in liking beautiful people, I understand that everybody else is gonna like them too. So you got to have a certain sense about yourself, and this is why I keep talking. And this is why I've been saying it all night. I don't know if y'all caught it. I've been saying it all night that whether you're with a liar or you're with somebody who tells the truth, it's not about them. We all want what we want. We need to be truthful with ourselves and allow that truth to permeate through the lies that other people tell, but to also hold us accountable with how we respond when the lie is revealed and when the truth is being spoken. The greatest gift you can ever have is managing the truth with the person you care about. But if you mismanage the truth, you will receive the lies. I'm just saying, most people who are not self-accountable do not manage the truth very well. So when they are told the truth, y'all treat it like it's the biggest lie. And the person says, most men, I'm going to just talk from my perspective. Most men would say, you know what? I wish I never said that shit. Because now I got to deal with this shit. Men want to have a great time, keep the peace, and keep it going. And if that's not at the forefront of your communication, you're going to create a liar. Somebody who is lying not to harm you, but to save you. That's why you lie. That's why people lie. No, Rosalind, it ain't always about getting away with something. Sometimes there's a protective measure to a person lying to you so that they don't have to experience a negative experience. The trust is only broken on their side, Kay. It's not broken for you because you don't know any better. I like that. I'm not mad at that, Holly. Holly said, no one has the ability to break me because I'd never give them that much power. My self-worth comes from God, not you. If God is the center of your life, you will act right for him, not me. Now that's when you find somebody who reveres God as much as you. And that's probably what you should be seeking out in an individual. You should be able to see God in them before you see them. You know what I mean? You stupid Ella. She said, well, damn it, after this conversation, I'm doomed. I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. You're not. You're not going to be single. I want you to listen. This is what I need y'all to understand is you are not a victim when somebody lies to you. It's not your fault. You don't own the lie. I want you to own the experience if it's good. This is whether they're telling you the truth or not. It's truthful people that hurt people. What are you saying? It's truthful people that tell you what they like to call the blunt truth or whatever the phrase is when they tell you these hard truths. No, I don't want a hard truth from nobody. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. I don't want a hard truth from anybody. You know what I want from you? I want the considerate truth. I want you to care about me when you communicate to me something that's very real. Massage the truth for me. or I'll take the lie. I just don't want, you know what I mean? Communication is at the stem of it all. How you communicate and how you receive that communication. Too many times, I like for people to blanket say like that, Luis. They say, I on the other hand want the hard truth. As a man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I could care less about the hard truth. I'd rather a truth I'd rather a truth where you sat down and you thought about what the consequences for me would be. See, people think being honest has to be the hard truth. I think honesty comes with thoughtfulness. Be thoughtful if you're going to be honest with me. You ain't got to, listen, I didn't sign up for brutal nothing. Can you imagine that? Somebody say, I'm giving you the brutal this. Why me? What did I do to deserve brutality from you? What did I do? What did I do to deserve brutality from you? I don't want that. Thank you, woman of jazz. Honesty comes with care. So does a lie. So you have to manage which one you're communicating with that you receive best. That's it. Please. How you handled me in the beginning to get me is what you need to always use as your blueprint. It should be, honey sweet. All communication should be massaged without a lie. It all should be. But handle. I'm telling y'all. I'm sure somewhere, I ain't seen it yet, but somewhere on my body, I promise you, there's a sign that says handle with care. I hope I present that when people meet me, that I'm, look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Take care of me. Don't mishandle me. Fragile. All that shit is on there. It should say hard and it should say fragile. But you want to be with somebody who can discern between the two. That's what your communication goes into when you're dating, when you're courting somebody. You should be able to understand the balance between their hard and their not so hard. You know what I mean? And how they handle and manage you makes all the difference. You guys can see this as you're in the courting phase. And I'm sorry, in the courting phase, there's a lot of lying to get to the truth. Kitty Mean said, I'd rather have a mean truth than a happy lie. Listen, your truth doesn't have to hurt. Why do people think that? Because people react like it does all the time. And that's what leads to liars. Tammy saying, this is me. Hey, babe, you're going to the studio with all them pretty girls. Have fun, behave. I'm going out with the girls. I'll meet up with you afterwards. That's ideal. That's ideal. But again, most relationships don't happen like that. Usually a creative-minded person is with someone who is business-minded. And so business-minded people, if they've been able to hold on and cultivate friendships outside of the workplace, then you get that conversation. And that's an awesome life. I'm definitely trustworthy, Jenna. She asked me, do you consider yourself trustworthy or untrustworthy? My trust comes in that you can trust and believe I am who I am. I move how I move and I communicate how I communicate. I'm pretty cool with how I am. You know what I mean? And that's something you have to watch for and manage with somebody is, are they who they are? We talked about this. You know what I'm saying? But nobody is in the beginning, Whisper. She said, I'd rather somebody be truthful, transparent than to lie. Most people aren't in the beginning. You get a representative. Everybody knows that. Your job is to hope and pray or to allow that person to feel comfortable enough to remove the representative from the whole conversation in the first place. And if you can get them to remove it sooner than later, then you could determine without putting your feelings all the way into it, you could determine if this is a person that you want to associate with for a longer time and figure out. Yeah, for the most part, Penelope. She said, do you tell the truth all the time? No, I don't tell the truth all the time. You know what I mean? Even when I drive and I'm speeding, I'm breaking the law, I feel like I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you speeding? Yeah, whatever. Little stuff like that possibly. But when it comes to, I'm pretty honest. Yeah. And that's mainly because I'm okay with myself. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do stuff that's going to be detrimental to anybody else. I definitely am not one of those people who is lying knowing that the truth is going to fuck you up. I don't subscribe to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't prescribe to something that's going to tear you down. I don't know if I've been told I'm too honest. You know what I mean? I don't think that's, I think that if you are who you are, people don't say, man, you're just too honest. If you just are who you are, you don't get those kind of, I guess, compliments. You know what I'm saying? You get, I think you'll get brutal. You're brutally honest. Like, I got a friend like that who gets brutal honesty. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Taurus. She said, are you loyal and faithful? I'm a Taurus. One of the greatest traits of a Taurus is his loyal to a fault. You know what I'm saying? Loyal to a fault. Because we believe that people will adjust and change and be what we need them to be. So can lying be a breach of a relationship? No, not for me, it's not. And I'm not going to say that 100%. It depends on what you're lying about. You can be trustworthy, but are you faithful? That's the question for some. Yeah. Trustworthy means you're worthy of trust. What you do with it is when your faithfulness comes into play. You know, ladies, here's a question, and this is the lie that most of y'all are concerned about. The lie that your person is dealing with somebody else and they don't tell you about it. And you all probably flip out over something like that, huh? And I think it goes back to what LM said earlier, is that for the most part, y'all just don't want to look like a fool in the streets. Y'all don't want your man out with another woman and people see it and then come back and be like, yo, man, da 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 da. And then I be saying to myself, here's the thing, Kelly Marie, right? If I was dating somebody and she was everything I needed her to be when she was with me, I don't know. If I don't find out about the other stuff, I don't think I care like that. As long as I don't, physically get harmed by some, recklessness that she's doing or whatever, I can't control. I don't know. That's one of those things, man. I'd be like, I am okay with what I can control, and I'm okay understanding that I can't control a lot of the stuff. No, you don't, TLC. You don't. And if you're too focused on them, you're not focused on yourself. And you got to pray for protection. You know what I'm saying? I don't really flip out, man. I don't go crazy over dumb stuff. You know what I mean? And then you have to decide if you're happy when the person comes back to you and all that kind of stuff. You got to decide, at that point, you know what I'm saying? Are you? It's one of those things, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's a conversation. Is, can you be happy if a person makes you happy yet they're doing stuff outside of the scope of your purview? Does that take your happiness away? Like, if you're happy and you don't know that some other shit might be going on, where do you be unhappy at? Well, how did you become unhappy? I don't understand. Like the way people communicate about certain things, it's like I feel like people care about too much other stuff. I care about me. I don't care about, look, I can't control the sharing. That's what I'm telling you, Jazz. You can't control the sharing. That's an internal thing, Kelly, that you shouldn't worry about. If that person is making you, y'all don't want, listen, y'all, I just want y'all to put some emphasis on yourself. I guess I'm selfish, right? I'm selfish to the point where when you're with me, that's all that matters. If you happen to step out or do something, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Just make me happy in the process. Just make me happy in the process. The minute my happiness is minimized because of what you're doing outside of me, then we have a problem. That's it. That's right. You can't control what you don't know, Priscilla. That's all I've been saying this whole time. Man, if the only time the only time I have a problem with a lie or a cheater is if it affects me. What about me? Me. I don't care about everybody else. Just don't screw it up with me. At the point of you knowing, Jazz, now, I like that question. Jazz said, well, what about when you know? When you find out makes a difference. Are you 5 years into a relationship that you've been loving and adoring and having the greatest time of your life, and then you find out in year 5 that in that time he's been kicking it with other women? Do you bug out? Or do you assess that whatever was happening outside of when you're together maybe contributed, and it's a horrible way, I know people don't want to hear this, but it contributed to your happiness? Now you got a choice to make. Did the 5 minutes lose its power? Does it lose what it meant to? No, Rosalind already said that. If they didn't bring you nothing back, if they didn't hurt you in any way physically, if they didn't give you nothing, no disease, they didn't hurt you physically, does it diminish the 5 years you had before it? LM says it does because it messes with your mental. But it won't mess with my mental because I had 5 years of amazing time and I didn't know no better. The difference is now I know I got to ask myself, do I care? Because I just had 5 amazing years. I had 5 amazing years. What are you saying? Am I throwing that away because the way I got it? Jan said, now that I know, I will no longer be happy. Again, that goes on you. Yep. Luis, Luis said, depends on your personality. He said, I can't stay because I will always doubt it. The only difference is now that the truth that you wanted, you got. And this is what I've been saying about why lie versus the truth. Now that you have the truth, you're throwing away all the happiness that you had when you didn't know. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Y'all just making my point. Yep, you've been with your woman for 5 or whomever, you know what I'm saying? Whoever you've been with for that amount of time, and you had the most amazing time during that time. You ain't you've been on trips. Y'all have had amazing sex. Y'all have made some great business decisions together. Y'all have had some kids in the process and all that. And then in year 5, you understand that in doing that, he has stepped out on you 3, 4 times with 2 different women. You throwing it away. You throwing it away at that point. And this is the power of understanding what you know versus what you don't know. And this is why men lie. This is why people lie. They take away your inability to not trust them. They lie because they want to keep the trust going, especially when they made you when you've been thrilled. I choose happiness. I'm sorry. I choose happiness. In every scenario of life, if I can, I choose happiness. Thank you. That's all I'm saying, Esme. I choose happiness. Y'all can choose everything y'all want. I choose happiness. I choose happiness. I choose happiness. I'm just saying to y'all, I choose happiness. If you look at how life is fleeting, if you look at how things are, I choose happiness. My sister said to me when I learned my ex cheated, if you say you have to forget, is he worth it? Yeah. Oh, the other part, it's so many dynamics in that. Nobody took anything away from you except you at that point. At the point of you being hurt, it's a choice of yours now. It's not being boo-boo the fool, because now you got the truth, and you do have the option. Listen, I'm saying everybody can. It is authentic, fashionable. It is authentic because for 5 years of you not knowing that there were other people contributing to his happiness, you were happy. That to me, it's a no. It's just it seems like it should be easy for easier understanding. I say you listen if your morality clause or everything about what you feel is what it is, yeah, by all means, leave. The challenge will be you picked this person. You were happy with this person for all this time. No, Luis, you can change the parameters if you want to, but life is funny, y'all. I mean, as you seek what you want, you know what I'm saying? You may be able to leave that situation and find something else. You know what I mean? That's a big part of it, Sandra, is enjoy. And this is the advice I give to there are women that I know, like, again, I talk to a lot of women just about their relationships and all that. And I say, you knowing your circumstances should just be managing to have the greatest time of your life. That's funny, Ellen. Life is about enjoying the moments. And the minute that you stop enjoying the moments because you're peculiar about something, or you want to respond to some moral that somebody gave you or whatnot, your life is going to be challenged, yo. Do you know, just so y'all understand, do you know there are religions where men have more than one wife? There are societies that have, and the only reason why we're stuck on that is because we seem to associate lying with the want and need to court other women. This is other stuff to lie about, but I'm just saying. The West, no, it is. See, we believe in the West. We're probably one of the only communities, to the West that believe that one woman, one man. But we have to understand how, when you think about it, I don't think that, and I'm just going to be, I know some of y'all is going to rub y'all the wrong way. I've not participated in polygamy by any means or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I had a threesome before, but I ain't never been in a situation where where I looked at the biology of myself and examined that versus everything else, right? I did watch some shows. Come on, man, let that go. I saw something that where a man said something very plain in an interview, and it makes sense. And I want y'all to tell me what y'all feel about this. If God designed men to only be with one woman, would he not have only given him the ability to impregnate one woman every 9 months? Why did he give a man the ability to be fertile every hour to 2 hours after inseminating a woman? And a woman, once she's inseminated and is giving birth, she can only have one baby every 9 months. When I think about the biology of how that works, you start to say exactly population. So how could it be that, I'm just saying. Yeah. If you can take care of my home and I don't suffer, let's have a conversation. That's kind of what it is. You know what I'm saying? A woman can see a baby and see another 6 weeks later. That sounds really no. Who said that sounds dumb? Janice, what sounds dumb about it? It's the truth, right? Women can only conceive once every 9 months or so. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's carried to term. But men can inseminate. By the time you have that baby, their man could have 100 babies. I'm not saying God said it. I'm telling you what's in the Bible. Abraham had many wives. What are we saying? Deb, like, what do if we go Bible, Deb, the First Testament, men had many wives. What are we saying? Yeah, I saw that, Patricia, that they're doing they're doing more polygamy now. Yeah. Yeah, I you know what I mean? I don't want to go Bible, but we can go Bible. The Bible, like I said, I think that they've adjusted what was in the Bible to fit a narrative of control of population. You know what I'm saying? But we know that. Like, we don't have to get into a conversation about population control because that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, population control is a real thing. And like I said, that's a new thing that has become prominent over the past. So, and I posted on my page. It may go off tonight or whatever on my Instagram page. If y'all looked, they were talking about, was her name? It wasn't Ann Holter. What is that lady's name? The lady who's responsible for Planned Parenthood. She did it because she was trying to control. So do you not? Holly Ann said that's Old Testament. So Holly, I hate to present this, but Do you not read? Do pastors not teach? Are there not things that you still have to abide by from the Old Testament that go into the New Testament, or are you only obeying the New Testament? Are you only subscribing to half the Bible? Like, if I got to talk about, y'all know my mother was a minister. I don't get into a whole lot of conversation about it, but if we talk about the contradictions of man, Margaret Sanger, yeah. If we get into the contradictions of man versus the Bible, come on, man. We've created laws and situations that are outside of the scope of the Bible. So I have to take the First Testament and go with this, and that you don't have a Second Testament. You don't have a testament without the First Testament. What are we saying? Exactly, whisperer. But we also talking about, it's a funny and fickle thing when people choose to change the conversation about multiple wives. That's always been you know what I mean? That's right. A man had to prove he could take care of those women. So what have we seen happen, Louise, in the past? We've seen the man in the household get, well, again, I can't get it. We can't really go into it. We can't go into it too deep, because then it becomes, there's a lot of facets of talking about religion that have to go back to where it started and with whom, and then you understand where we are now in society. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a real challenging conversation. Now, I don't think we can handle that conversation now, because it's based on, the interpretation of people's religion, and it's also based off of ethnicity, in terms of the Bible, and it's also based off of geography. Yeah, Esme, and I understand these things, and we can't do that. We can't do that. That's for you to do the deep diving and go down that rabbit hole so you can understand why things have changed. Like, I'm not ushering that in. I'll be honest, I'm not a parishioner that way. I can't, you know what I mean? Yeah, Holly, I understand that. But again, you got to understand that some of those you got to, until you read the Bible from Ethiopia, the first Bible, it's a very different conversation to have with people about the New King James Version and the current versions, because they've omitted things to shape the way that they want this particular future or present to look like. So the history of even some of our biblical works have been manipulated to do that. Yep. That don't happen, Tammy. Yeah. And most do fashionable, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Most have multiple wives. But again, it goes back to, there's a lot of conversation about all that. But again, it goes back to how things were designed and why people are in the position they are now, and why listen, ladies, just so you understand, yeah, I am Leslie. The reason why, and this is outside of why lie. Why lie is part of it. Yeah, that's what the first Bible was discovered, Shelley. If we go back to why people lie, and then this whole thing about men being promiscuous or whatever, is because men are fighting historical urges to be with one woman. And I think we should leave it right there and maybe pick up that conversation. No, it wasn't. No. We should leave that conversation right there and maybe come back to it. Because that is a very, yeah, you should, I mean, you have to. Let me see. Yeah, it's in Egypt. It's in Africa. I should have said Africa versus Ethiopia. It's in Africa. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People say Egypt as if Egypt wasn't in Africa. Like, that's another thing that bothers me sometimes in people's conversation, because they don't want to communicate where the first Bible, it's in Egypt, which is in Africa. Anyway, yeah. So listen, I hope I gave you enough to think about, just so you understand that are about to take. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I know. I know a lot of people who don't, though, who, for the sake of their arguments, whisper, like to always separate Egypt from Africa. So, no, that can't be the next topic, Ellen, because there's so much. There's so much studying that has to go into that conversation. You know what I mean? Marriage was different. Olivia said marriage was different in biblical times. Marriage was different 60 years ago. What are we talking about? Yeah, they are. Yeah, absolutely. But then there are some people who be like, nah, they're Egyptian. And be like, come on, man, stop trying to move the line. But I wanted to. I was excited about this conversation. About why lie. Because yeah, we I'm gonna flip back to TikTok in a minute. Because I felt like there's a misunderstanding about why people do it. You know what I mean? And hopefully with the understanding that you'll look at the person who's in your life and understand better why they're doing it. Whether it's a person doing it to protect you, if they're doing it out of the way that you've trained them to communicate to you, and if it's hurting you to the point where you want to run away from it. You know, that's what I'm saying, LM. You know what I'm saying? Marriage has changed. The dynamic has been changed, not because of marriages are just different. It's because societal changes have made things, you know, roles have been adjusted in the last 40, 50 years. And we're starting to see the fruits of those roles that have been changed in the dynamic, you know, compromise relationships and make them challenging. Yes, Jennifer, there are several reasons why people lie. A lot of them are rooted in how the person they're lying to receives the truth. That's probably one of the main things I want you to take away, is that how you've accepted someone's truth will determine how you're going to be fed their lies. That makes sense? Yeah, it was a deep night, man. Sonia, I like that comment. She said God was taken out of lives. And I would tell you, if you don't, so we wander aimlessly if we don't have a point that we both agree we're heading towards. So if your eye and if your heart, if your mind is on God first, they're going to tell you this, just so you understand how this is supposed to work. It's God, man, woman, children, church. If I'm not mistaken, that's the order. But if you look at the order, everyone is looking up to God first so they know which way to go. This is as much of a podcast as I have, Esme. And they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing when they were taking God out of the schools. They listen. They took. Y'all gonna try. I'm trying to stop I'm trying to get off so I can play some music. But listen, they took God out of the schools first because anybody who, if you believe in nothing, you'll fall for anything. That's first and foremost. Then to compound that, they took out cooking. They took out mechanics. They took out what was the other stuff? It was mechanics, cooking, and shop. They took out shop. They took out all these things. They took the trades out of the school because you were able to, as a man, they took those trades out, sewing. Yep. They took things out where you could be entrepreneurial out of the schools because you didn't need them. And I say them as in the government. You know what I'm saying? They undermined the housing, the homes, because listen, you're always going to need somebody to build something. You're always going to need plumbing. Your cars, we're going to always have cars. Everything that you could have made a living on doing yourself, they took it out of there. So now you became dependent on factories and fast food things and jobs and things that weren't sustainable. And when you got comfortable with factory jobs, guess what they did? They started shipping the work out to other countries. So now they've undermined you on every turn. you at least had a skilled trade that would never go anywhere. But you don't have that anymore. But they started with taking God out first. Why? Because they understand that the strength that you have comes from God. That your ability to stand up and be a righteous person, your ability to stand up and be a moral person comes from God. And if they can make you immoral, then they can slip in free porn sites. They can slip in, legalizing weed. They can slip in all these different things. But again, would y'all stop making me talk? Can I get off this live right quick? There are people who want to hear some music. All right. But you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand when it started with removing God. And then once they removed God, guess what they could do? They could remove the man from the household. I can talk to y'all about a whole bunch of stuff, but I can just tell you they removed God, and then without God, women, men didn't have, we weren't looking at the same things. And then they got to a place where they're like, you know what, ladies, you don't need the man no more. Guess what? We're going to put y'all in the position to do some stuff that men can do. Now, not everything, but we're going to make it seem like y'all can do what men can do. And when you do that, guess what you do? You take the man and you emasculate the man, and then you make the woman the man, then the roles get reversed and tripped out. And what happens is the children see the man, and then boys become where they want to be, different. You know what I'm saying? And then you get a society that complements it. And this is why the first thing out of Trump's mouth, I don't know if y'all knew this, the first thing out of Trump's mouth when he got the nomination, when he realized he was going to be president, is what he said. Anybody who tells these kids that this immorality that the Democrats, that Biden and Kamala have ushered in, we're cutting it out. Do y'all remember that? Like I retweeted it, I reposted it 1,000 times. When it happened, I was just like, look, Trump is bringing Christianity back to the schools and to the world. He said there are only two genders, boy and girl. But y'all knew that all this time. And some people subscribe to it. Some people would get in my live. Listen, prior to this, there were people who would get in my lives and they would explain to me that they had a child that they were dealing with like that. And I'm so honest and real. I'm so sorry, y'all. And I tried to handle her with care and just say, that doesn't make it right. He should probably go to counseling. You know what I mean? He should probably, the things that were immoral before are still immoral. They're not moral just because the president said they were. They, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm sorry. So listen, if you're on any one of my other platforms or whatnot, tonight I'm going to restart my live on on TikTok. And we're going to have a good time listening to some music. I'm going to free our minds up a little bit, you know what I mean? And we're going to enjoy each other that way. I am the official IC Green on TikTok, or I am Dwight Skrapp Reynolds, all one word on TikTok. You can find me there. I do what was supposed to be, I guess it's changing. There's no more YouTube exclusive conversations, but the reason why I implemented YouTube only conversations was in light of the fact that we may lose TikTok, and I didn't want you all to not be able to discover me somewhere that I was comfortable speaking at. Also, the agenda is not as stringent on YouTube as it is on TikTok and on Instagram. They actually have keywords that I can't say that I think are meaningful in conversations like these, and keeping it real and being expressive and having a great journey with it. So I like having those conversations on YouTube. Plus, I can show out my little setup, you know what I'm saying, the way my stuff is set up. And yeah, you wouldn't recognize there was a delay in comments if it was only on one platform. So, I put a lot of money into this too, by the way, like to my setup and all this. And y'all can't even see it on Instagram and YouTube. I mean, on TikTok. I'd be like, come on, man. And I don't get to use my good camera. Like for those of y'all who see me on YouTube, I am using my good camera with a good lens and the whole nine. This iPhone is cool and everything, but I don't even get to use the back camera, which is the best. Anyway. So, yeah. I appreciate everybody. Listen, one of the coolest things about YouTube also is it uploads immediately. If you enjoy the conversation, you can go back and clip a piece of it and share it. You could clip all of it and share it. You can applaud it. So for those of you who like supporting the channel. Like I get a lot of support on TikTok, which thank God, you know what I'm saying? You guys are always sharing, hitting the like button, but also, you know, we do the battles and also the gifting and all that kind of stuff that helps the channel. That is embedded in the TikTok culture. On YouTube, you can go back and it's called applause, meaning you can go back and you can buy a super chat or do something like that to support the channel itself. But all roads ultimately lead there because it just has a better content retention program. You know what I mean? I love the way that YouTube, you can create a real grand culture on it. So these conversations are going to happen. I tried to super chat and it didn't work. Yeah. Okay. That's what's up, Holly. We're going to, I'm going to continue with these conversations because I enjoy them. I know, you know, tonight was probably the spiciest of the conversations we had because there's such a stigma surrounding, you know, the truth and lying and how people manage it. And I think that was I think what I wanted you all to take away from it is that there are ways that you can't escape lying because it's embedded in our culture. What you can do though is you can manage it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. Yeah, I've been on YouTube the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That's the important part. And I want y'all to keep that for everything that you deal with. It's not, listen, man, you control me if I spaz out when I find out you lie. You control me if I spaz out when you tell me the truth. Y'all ever seen somebody get told the truth and they break down and they go through all these emotions? It's not about them, even though some people try to tell you the truth to hurt you. You ever had a friend just come out and tell you something that they could have handled a little bit better, but they just bluntly said it to you when it's like, are you my friend for saying it to me like this? Like you know how you knew how I was going to feel about this. Why you didn't say it different? Everything we say matters. And I guess I got that from being a songwriter. You know what I'm saying? Like really making sure every line made sense and that the expression that was used for it could be consumed in the way that it's supposed to be consumed. When you communicate, whether it's the truth or a lie, it should always be done with love and respect. And I know y'all don't think respect and love go hand in hand with a lie, but again, depends on who you're lying to and why you're lying to them and how they usually respond to what you say to them. I will lie to my friend to help them get through a moment, and that'll be it. I'll never have to tell that lie again. I'll never have to live by that lie. I don't have to throw myself on the sword for that lie. But if they make it through that moment because of the lie that I told them, my job is done. I don't have to do more than that. And if I know that telling them a truth at that point would have crushed them even further than what they were going through, I think I made the right decision. All right, I'm out. So many takeaways. What I've said to you all tonight, I've said it with love. Of course, y'all know that. I am not a influencer as much as I am a thought provoker. That's all I ever wanted to be is, hey, check this out. Think about this for a minute. Try this. All right. For you that are on my TikTok right now, I know we got like over 200 people here. I'm going to restart it and we're going to go to it. Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Till next time.